Hi dear friends, this is Krita, and let's see today how to select in Krita. For example, I want to select some part of this caterpillar. Okay, here are selection tools. This is rectangular selection tools. So I did left click of my mouse, and by holding in, dragging, now you see the area inside is selected. To see it, let's choose some brush tool and do some painting. And you see you can do it only inside this area. Okay, I'll do Ctrl Z and Ctrl Shift A to remove the selection. Now let's take a closer look at two options. You see those different actions. So right now, for example, the first one is chosen, replace. So if you choose something, then you want to choose something else. But the first one disappeared and was replaced by another one. So if you will choose this one, for example, then you can choose one area and more area and more and more. And actually you could do the same by holding Shift. So let's see. You see? Areas are added. Okay, let's do Ctrl Shift A. Then you see there are some subtraction actions. You choose one, then you are subtracting another one, subtracting the next one. Okay, and you can choose symmetric difference. It's like you choose one area, another area, and the common area was removed from selection. Like here, for example. See, we have common area for both selections. It will be removed. And the last one is intersect. So it's the opposite action. It's like only common area will be chosen. Okay. Ctrl Shift A. It was rectangle tool. Oh, a few more interesting possibilities. For example, you did selection, but you don't like how you did it, you can move it. In order to do that, you see I'm still holding left click of the mouse, I'm pressing Alt, and I can remove my selection. Okay, so in order it to be not just rectangle but square, you have to click Shift right after you start doing selection. Now see, selection is squared, because otherwise it can be like that, like this, as you do it. Okay, and what else? Usually the selection starts from the top left corner, but if you want the point you pointed to be the center of the selection, you have to hold Ctrl, but it has to be after you start doing selection, because if you will hold it and then doing selection, it will not work. Okay, the next selection tool is the same, actually, elliptical selection tool. Yeah, absolutely the same. If you are holding Shift, it will be circle and so on. The third one is different. It's polygonal selection tool. Actually, you are choosing dots and they are connected, and selection is done when you connect two dots, first and the last one. You see, our caterpillar is selected. By the way, there is one interesting possibility to invert selection. Now, let's see. Selected is everything except of this area which we choose. Okay, Ctrl Z. The next tool is freehand selection tool. Actually, it's like lasso tool. You have by yourself to draw everything. With the action is the same story. If you are adding, it will be added, so you can correct something. If it's replace, if you start to do the new selection, the previous one will disappear, and so on. The next very interesting selection tool is contiguous selection tool or magic wand. You can select the areas with the same color. Like this, for example, you just pointed the area. And by the way, it's very important, I'd say, to choose this action, add. So, you see, if not everything is selected, you can add the areas and so on. Okay, the next one is similar color selection tool. Let's see. So if I am clicking on some color, the areas with similar colors are selected. And actually there are more tools like Bezier curve selection tool and magnetic curve selection tool, but I think they need maybe a special lesson. So this is the situation, and I need to do, for example, PNG file from my picture. So I am choosing contiguous selection tool and doing invert selection and cutting the new selection, and that's it. Thank you. Bye.